the government hospital in Jerusalem, and I was very, very well looked after because at that time Jerusalem was under the British mandate. So we had three languages, English, French, and Arabic. These were the three main ones. I was born in the hospital. And there is one little thing which my mother always told me. When I was born, they put me in a basket and put me outside. Why is that? Because May, and it was lovely, beautiful weather. And ever since then, I've loved the open air. But my brother was born in Jerusalem in a very aristocratic French hospital, and he was born and kept inside. So now he just loves the heat. Yeah.
Okay, Mama, can you remember how basically you grew up in Jerusalem at the time? What was Jerusalem like? What type of schools were they, and what did you do?
Yes. Now, Jerusalem at that time was, if you go back to history, it was under the British mandate, so we were very, very well looked after. And my father worked in the government. He was an accountant. He was a chartered accountant in the office. And
British.
There was British and there was Arabic. And he was in both, sort of. Sometimes here, sometimes there.
In Jerusalem?
In Jerusalem. Now, Jerusalem at that time was very, very beautiful. And what is lovely about it was we had 4 seasons, full winter, summer, autumn, and winter. We didn't have, at that time in 1924, we didn't have one day it rained, the next day it didn't. It was the real 4 seasons. And we had very good friends and a beautiful home, and really and truly I was thoroughly spoiled. Far more than my 4 children. But they're not poor, but I mean to say it was different.
Okay. Can you just describe the house that you lived in?
Oh, yes.
What bricks or?
Yeah, the house was built of bricks, solid,
not stone.
Not stone. Stones, not bricks. And we had a big house with a gorgeous garden leading to it like a forest.
Yeah.
So we walked right through that forest with trees on either side. Fruit trees. We had pine trees, fig trees, grapes. And it was just beautiful going in.
How big was it? Was it like now houses are basically like the one you're living in or the one that you were living in Sydney or in Egypt?
No.
Was it bigger than that?
Oh, yes, it was very different. You had little steps that went into it, and it was like a mansion, really.
Yeah.
We had 5 rooms and a beautiful kitchen, a front garden and a back garden. So in the front, and what was lovely about it is that we had the salon, which only visitors visited, entertained only when we had visitors, and we had a big lounge where we always played, and my brother had his own room, I had my own room, my mother, even the servant whom we had her own room. And then in the back we had beautiful vegetables my father grew, and we had a cage for the chickens and the pigeons and rabbits.
Rabbits, yeah.
Yeah, rabbits.
What type of flowers? I remember.
Oh, beautiful.
All these flowers that opened up during the day.
Oh, yeah. No, they were...
You know, I told them that.
Yes, I'm trying to remember.
Type of tree.
No, they were very, very tall.
Yeah.
And there were three sizes. Morning glory. Morning, beautiful colors.
Yes.
Now, the highest one, we always said that was my father. The second one is a little bit smaller, beautiful colors. That was my Uncle Cecil. And the smallest one was Uncle Alfred, who passed away. But my father looked after all the beautiful roses, off the colors or something lovely. And in the back was the vegetables and the poultry.
Poultry, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you can describe the weather, what it was like, the 4 seasons.
Yes.
So maybe you could describe the spring day. What would it look like in springtime and maybe in autumn day, for example?
Well,
if you walk down the garden.
Now, if you walk down the garden in spring, it's beautiful. Even in winter, it would rain very heavily, but we all wore raincoats and galoshes. And in the winter, we used to have snow. So, which we don't have in Australia at all, but it's lovely. And the spring flowers are out of this world. And the fruits that you would get.
What type of fruits did you have then?
Every kind of fruit that you want.
I know apples.
Oranges, apples, bananas, mangoes. Oh, yeah, we used to get mango.
Where did you get them from?
Well, no, it's not supposed to be. I think they used to get them from Cairo or something like that. But there's the other one, which is, what was that? Grapes.
Pomegranates?
Pomegranates.
I remember when I was producing pomegranates.
Yeah.
These little seeds.
Yes.
And ananas,
Yeah.
Pineapple. Okay. And can you remember, for example, what you did after school? Did you go about walking on bicycles or play? And where did you have gardens?
Yes. Now, to go to school, we used to go for walking. We'd go across fields where we'd see the beautiful little blood drops in the spring, I think, or closer to blood. They're little red things. They don't grow big, they're very small, yes. And we used to think that they're like the blood that Jesus had on the cross, blood drops. And we'd walk across a big field and go to school.
Yes.
And coming back was the same thing. Now, in the afternoons, we'd be home early at about 3 o'clock, 3:30, and we'd have our main meal at about 4 o'clock. And, school days, we didn't have much sports. I didn't play sports when I was very young. But as I grew older, I used to play tennis and even the other one with the ball.
Netball?
Netball, yeah. I used to play tennis and netball. Swimming, no, we didn't have swimming because we were far away. See, there's no water, there's no ocean around Jerusalem. It's more in Haifa, the other part.
Can you describe, Mother, a little bit of Jerusalem at the time? What was it like? I know when I went there in the 50s, there was the old city and also there was this Jerusalem outside. Outside was the old city. Can you describe what you remember and what really strikes you as being typical Jerusalem at the time?
Well, now,
what were the houses like?
The houses were all beautiful in what we call now New Jerusalem. The old city is very old. Actually, people didn't live in the old city at that time. It was mainly shops, mainly bazaars, and mainly, things like that. But outside Jerusalem, it was still everybody lived very, very well.
And did you have all your cousins around?
Oh, we had all my aunts and cousins, and every Sunday we used to spend the day with one of the cousins. So my father used to make a joke of it and tell my mother, now, which church are we visiting today? Because there were so many of them. And every Sunday it was at somebody's place. One little thing which is funny about that is that we'd go and spend the whole day over there. When it was time for us to go home, Mum and Dad, and of course the aunts would all take about an hour to say goodbye. So my father couldn't start going down the steps or walking up until my mother was in front of him. Then he'd get up because there was always some something they've forgotten to tell each other. They had to go backwards and forward. We didn't have phones in the early part. It was later on that we had the phones. But life was very far. It was beautiful, very friendly.
Fresh, very clear, crystal clear. I remember things about later on, when I was born, when I was
for holidays
in the 50s, the bread was brought by long and the milk, it's all long